Hey, RetconRaider here. Today's video is dedicated to Jonathan Tanner. Thanks for your continued support, John. That said, let's get started. And welcome back to episode 10. Today we're picking up right where we left off last time and continuing our exploration of the old sycamore. After 2 episodes, I think it's pretty safe to say we've finished exploring the surface level. There are a couple of loose ends I'd like to tie up, but then it'll finally be time to head into the tunnels beneath the old sycamore, where we can deal with the conflict between the mites and the kobolds and finally confront that scoundrel Tartuccio. Obviously, we're in pretty rough condition right now, so the first thing we need to do is set up camp so we can heal and restore our daily abilities. Since we're running pretty low on camping supplies, this is an ideal opportunity to check out that corpse-strewn campsite we discovered back in episode 9. I mean, obviously this is a terrible idea, but we've got a fresh save to fall back on, so let's see what happens. Something just happened.
To victory!
Looks like we're under attack. By a nightmare wisp. Can't say I'm familiar with that one. We outnumber this thing 6-1, so we can probably handle it. Oh, wait. Hold on. What's all this? Apparently this thing has some sort of fear aura. We're suffering -2 penalties to pretty much everything. And of course, because we didn't actually finish resting, we can't do anything to counter it. No one's really having any luck hitting anything here. Whoa, okay. Looks like this thing just neutralized half our party with a single fear spell. It also killed our Death Wolf when it tried to flee. We're not having much luck hitting this thing, so let's see what we're dealing with here. Oh, well, 35 armor class, huh? That would certainly explain why we're not hitting anything.
I won't give up.
Alright, well, I think it's pretty safe to say that we basically have no chance of defeating this thing. Not at our current power level.
Let it be the end.
And we are dead. Let's reload our last save and try something different. Well, I guess that's just a reminder that things in Kingmaker don't scale to your level. We've gotten pretty used to just mulching our way through most fights, but sometimes that's just not going to work.
It is done.
In this case, I think it's pretty clear we're not supposed to be facing this thing at level 3. At the very least, we should wait until we have access to spells like Heroism and Protection from Energy. Anyway, let's set up camp and see if we can get our guys back into fighting shape. Unfortunately, we don't actually have enough rations for the entire party, so we'll have to spend a couple of extra hours hunting for food. Alright, let's see how this goes. Bite me, you greedy bastards. I don't care. I never wanted your crappy helmet. Amiri, why the devil should we argue over who will get the Stag Lord's helmet? We haven't even defeated him yet. Good old Amiri, always keeping her priorities straight. And it looks like we camped successfully. Nicely done, heroes. Okay, let's toss out some healing and see if we can tie up another loose end. I don't want to burn through too many useful spells, but we don't have much choice here.
I tire of waiting.
Just letting the ink dry.
I think that's good enough for now, so let's head back up to the hill. Now, I ended up doing a little research into shambling mounds between episodes. Looking at my monster manuals, there's not a whole lot to say about them in D&D. They're intelligent, carnivorous plant monsters. But, as with a lot of this stuff, things are a little different once you look at the Pathfinder version. The basic details are still the same, but they're essentially described as a cluster of parasitic vines. They have an omnivorous diet, feeding off of soil, plants, and animals, but they're also described as having a particular taste for elven flesh. Now, granted, it's not a whole lot to go on, but I think the basic idea here is that the alchemist had nothing to do with what happened to the elf. She just stumbled onto an elf that was already being eaten by a young shambling mound, then assumed that her experiments were responsible for the transformation. It was never really domesticated, it just didn't bother attacking the alchemist because it already had an ample source of food. But that clearly changed once it finished absorbing the elf. With that in mind, I don't think there's anything we can actually do to help the elf, short of raising her from the dead. But we certainly can try to kill the thing that ate her. These things are definitely pretty tough, but I think with buffs and a large enough herd of death ponies, we should be able to take it down.
What troubles you?
Adventures await.
Well, I was hoping for more death ponies, but you know what? That's fine. Let's do this.
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
Oh, yeah. We've got this. I'll admit, that was a lot easier than I was expecting, especially after that fight with the Nightmare Wisp. An engraved silver pendant. A silver pendant found tied to a branch on the shambling mound. The name Bertha is engraved upon it. Well, that's both amusing and sad. We also found an emerald, which is actually a pretty nice find, but it is basically just high-value vendor trash. Anyway, I think we're pretty much done on the surface, so let's go pay Queen Bdaah a visit.
No stopping now.
Okay, we're about to head into the old sycamore, but we currently have a truce with the Might, so I'm not really sure how much we'll be able to do in here. Oh, and since we're about to transition to a new area, you can actually see how I've organized all the loot we found so far. If we actually tried to carry all this stuff, we wouldn't even be able to move, but in Kingmaker, you can just drop all that stuff on the floor and come back for it later. Okay, let's have a look around. Gatekeeper Quaggy. Daisy, come. Good girl. The gatekeeper notices you and her face lights up. She turns away from her pet centipede. Greeting, ally. You come. Warrior Queen Bdaah wait you. The gatekeeper sighs in delight. Queen Beauty as little centipede. What lies ahead? Hole under sycamore. Here live might and our animal. Careful, some animal still wild. There deep hole, very dangerous. Up was Cobalt passage, but now it broken. Cobalt drop stones, we lift bridge. No passage. Sad. Rich chest lie passage. Big treasure. All lost now. Big treasure, you say? That's certainly worth looking into. Do you know where the Kobold Shaman Tartuk is now? Shaman Purplehide? No not. He run our hole, throw magic. Queen chase him. Queen know where he... How do I get to this broken passage? Lower bridge bad. Shaman Purplehide run away on bridge. The gatekeeper thinks for a while. Ally make trade, yes? You want passage, I want pretty helmet. You go lower passage deep, there lie big dead bug. Our great warrior hero mount it until die. Bring me this bug jaw, I give you lever for bridge. You take chest with loot, I make helmet of bug. Sweet. Well, I guess that sounds like a deal. We'll try to avoid going to the deep hole, wherever that is, at least until after we've talked with the Queen. It seems that someone, or something, tried to gnaw through the frames, sometimes successfully. Yeah, I think we've got a pretty good idea of what that something might be. Let's get ready for combat.
We should move.
To victory!
Like I said last time, you don't want to take any unnecessary chances when it comes to things like giant centipedes. They're individually frail, but they're also venomous. Alright, that's one batch down, but I get the impression we'll be running into a lot more of those things. Oh, and you know what? It's getting pretty hard to see in here, so let's have Lindsay toss up a light spell. Okay, let's get moving. Oh, wow. Okay, so we're on another pretty huge map. We have no idea where we're going, so we'll just start mapping out the tunnels until we find what we're looking for.
It is done.
What's that?
This awful pile of garbage seems to be the Mite sorting center. We can't actually talk to these mites.
No stopping now.
I guess these are all just enemies we would have ended up having to fight if we had sided with the kobolds. Oh, there's more giant centipedes. Okay, let's regroup and maybe Octavia can take one of them out with a sneak attack.
I'll make my own legend. What for Gorum?
Nice. That worked out pretty well. Let's see if we can do it again.
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration. I'm writing you out of our story.
Not bad. I think that's going to be our go-to tactic if we keep running into more centipedes. More vendor trash. And a scroll of shocking grasp. Though I think Octavia already knows that one. I'm glad the mites don't seem to mind us helping ourselves to their treasure. I guess they are lawful evil. Maybe that's just how they assume alliances work.
Onwards.
Oh, we've actually got a hostile mite ahead.
March on.
Or maybe not. Weird. A few crudely crafted torture instruments lie on top of an old crate, now a makeshift workbench. Well, I certainly don't like the sound of that. I don't like the looks of what's going on over there either. Let's go check that out.
Stopping now.
Ally, come join us! Okay, let's tread lightly here. We really don't want to start a fight with the mites. Not yet, anyway. Greeting, ally. We train aim. Best get reward. You play too, yes? Octavia winces. I've seen noble, rich, educated people with the same taste in entertainment. Scales and fangs would suit them far better than velvet and satin. Well, it's nice to see they have options for lawful and evil characters, but obviously we're not actually going to pick one of them. We'll stick with a good response for now, though I'm sure they won't like it. You can't use a living creature as a target, even an enemy. Let this kobold go. The mite grumbles, annoyed. You friend our beautiful queen. We listen you. We catch other kobold anyway. Well, that was, easier than I was expecting. Hopefully we don't end up having to kill that kobold later down the line. I'm also having some serious second thoughts about our alliance with the mites here.
It is done.
Kobold remains, gnawed by centipedes. Yeah, I'm definitely having second thoughts. The primitive hoist seems to be missing a piece. Oh, okay. This is the area that Bridgekeeper Quaggy was talking about, where the big treasure is hidden. We'll have to come back here later. Man, we've barely made a dent in this map. Alright, let's start heading east.
And Lindsay was called forth.
You know, in retrospect, it was probably a bit silly to put that light spell on Lindsay. Let's move it up to one of our frontliners. There we go. Let's keep moving.
No stopping now.
More giant centipedes ahead. You know the drill by now.
I stand ready.
Not bad. 40 more experience points and no one got poisoned. Oh, but I may have just jinxed myself. We've got a few more centipedes ahead.
And then our leader charged forwards. Hey, wait for me!
Octavia actually missed for once. Alright, let's toss out some death ponies. Well, once again, the herd wasn't actually necessary, but at least we'll have backup if we need it. More mites. We must be getting close to the Queen at this point.
Onwards.
Running won't help you!
There's a cave-in, and... yeah, we've doubled back to the entrance. Let's turn around. We'll check the northeast corner first, and then I think we might have actually missed something down here. This looks promising. The mites are absorbed in their work and pay you no heed. More vendor trash. I was really hoping for something better.
March on.
You're but a footnote in our story.
Well, I obviously got a little overconfident, and Harem paid the price. Unfortunately, dexterity's already his worst attribute, so that extra poison damage really hurts him. You can recover from poison damage by resting, but we don't want to waste that kind of time. Instead, since Harem hit level 3, we'll just have him cast a restoration spell on himself. There we go. Good as new. We've got some loot on the map, but let's check this side tunnel first. Kobold go tunnel and fall his own trap. Oh, I think that mite is actually doing stand-up comedy. Yep, that's exactly what he's doing. I'm apparently in some sort of mite comedy club. We'll just leave them to it. The mites have nailed window frames to the cave walls. There are landscapes painted behind some of them. Interesting. I know that mites are from another plane of existence. Maybe these guys are just homesick. Not that it actually justifies anything, of course. They're still objectively terrible people. Even their comedy is mean-spirited.
It is done.
Oh, there's a recipe for shepherd's pie. We'll go ahead and learn that real quick. There we go. I wonder how many jokes those guys will actually cycle through. I think that's the 4th or 5th one since we walked in. Okay, I think we just need to head up here now. Let's do one more quick walk around the room, just to make sure we're not missing anything. Yeah, there's nowhere else to go, and it doesn't look like we can talk to the comedian. Let's move on. Ah, there we go. Okay, we've found what looks like another exit. Right, okay. That leads down to the depths, which is where Quaggy asked us to look for that lost insect jaw.
No stopping now.
We'll definitely head down there next, but let's finish clearing the map first. Oh, that looks... You talk Queen. Queen no talk, we no let in. Oh, okay. That's the door we need the Might Relic to open. Hey, and there's Queen Bdaah. Let's poke around her chambers a bit before we actually talk to her. Oh, nice. Communal protection from evil. That could actually be pretty useful when we go up against the kobolds. Not bad. Not bad at all. Or better than finding more vendor trash, anyway.
Follow me.
Still, I would have expected to find something better in Queen Bdaah's throne room. I guess she's probably carrying all the really good stuff in her inventory. Oh, but before we actually talk to her, let's see if Octavia can learn those spells we just found. Okay, where are my scrolls? There they are. Ah, I was afraid of that. These are all divine spells, so Octavia can't actually learn them. Well, it was worth a shot. Let's see what these guys have to say. Okay, the Sinistral is just recycling dialogue. Oh, there we go. Her Majesty Warrior Queen Bdaah, welcome ally her chamber. Just on time, my ally. Shaman Purplehide pass vicious magic under our nose and run Sacred Sycamore Hall. He have relic key. Kobold steal our relic, we can follow not. You help us? How do I get to Sycamore Hall? My guard let you to door, but you need relic. They are two. One have Purplehide, where is second I know not. Think Kobold Chief. How may I help in your war? You defeat Chief Suitscale, I reward you generous. Kobold fools all. Without Chief, we win. I want myself cut his silly old head, but he not come fight. Maybe coward, maybe clever. All right, I will try to reach the Chief. Brave be fight, and be not afraid to cut, torture enemy. Yeah, we'll probably hold off on the torture. Forgive me, my queen, I must go. Let's go check out that door real quick. The tangled tree roots form a door, but there's no sign of a keyhole or handle. There should be another way to open it. Okay, I think we've done everything we can do here. Let's head for the depths. You know, based on what the mites have told us, the Cobalt Caves are actually right down here. We just can't get there because the connecting tunnel was sabotaged. We could just go in through their front entrance, of course, but then I'm sure we'd end up running into guards and traps. Maybe we can find an alternate entrance while we're in the lower tunnels. And we're back. So, the game actually crashed during the area transition, but fortunately, Kingmaker creates an autosave before and after every loading screen, so we didn't actually lose any progress. Anyway, we've still got 10 minutes on the clock, so let's get back to adventuring. Bigger, stronger centipedes. Can't say I'm surprised. Okay, let's see here. It looks like we're on another pretty sizable map, and based on our relative positioning, I think it's safe to say we're right below the other map. Yeah, we're mainly down here to find that bug jaw that Quaggy wants, but We'll also try to explore this area down here and see if we can find an alternate entrance to the Cobalt Caves. That's the plan, anyway.
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
You know, we're not really having much trouble with these centipedes, but it's starting to feel a bit weird that they just keep throwing the same thing at us over and over again.
It is done.
And even more centipedes. You know, it's extra weird because there was plenty of variety up on the surface level.
Blood for Gorum!
Okay, looks like we found another recipe. Let's add that to our cookbook real quick. No, that's not what we want. That's not it either. There we go. That was really more of an ordeal than it should have been. Mandibles of a giant bug. Well, that was the main thing we were down here for, so I guess we could head back up and give it to Quaggy, but that feels a bit anticlimactic. We'll just keep exploring for now. Dark waters of the underground lake provide no hint about how deep it is.
No stopping now.
Even more centipedes. Still nothing to worry about.
This requires your attention.
Whoops. Okay, they're coming from two different directions this time, so let's split up and make sure we intercept all of them. Okay, nicely done. We've got a tunnel heading east, but let's go check out that magnifying glass first.
Onwards.
The taproot of the old sycamore. It was from here that the seed of the giant tree once sprouted. Okay, let's go check out that tunnel.
March on.
What's that?
Oh, hold on. Oh, nice. I think we found a secret passage. It looks like the spot check was only difficulty 10, so we were pretty much guaranteed to find this. Collapsed soil dragged a buried treasure down with it. Someone will be upset to find the hoard missing. Well, their bad luck is our good fortune. Let's see what we've got. Ooh, another magic headband. Okay, looks like it's a headband of wisdom. That means it's either going to Retcon or Harem. Unfortunately, while it would give Retcon an extra summon each day, I don't think he can spare the weight. Yeah, unfortunately it weighs just enough to push him into medium encumbrance. He could actually still wear it if we unequipped his longbow, but then we'd be giving up his only ranged attack. Alright, we'll just give it to Harem instead.
No stopping now.
And even more centipedes. Okay, let's do this. There's actually a decent number of them. Let's burn off another summon, just to be on the safe side. Looks like Harem got poisoned again. A great battle between kobolds and mites took place here. It seems impossible to tell who won. That's our last restoration spell until we rest. It's actually not that bad this time. I'm almost tempted to leave it, but I guess we really shouldn't tempt fate. Okay, that takes care of that. Let's just hope we don't keep running into more centipedes. Yeah, this looks pretty promising. We should be right under the Cobalt Caves. Uh-oh. Looks like another climb check. Though, this one doesn't have any... Yeah, okay, it was an automatic success. And we've got another exit in sight. The remains of a miner's camp, deserted centuries ago. Scorching Ray. We'll definitely need to add that to Octavia's spellbook, once she hits level 4.
It is done.
A miner's lever. That definitely sounds like a quest or puzzle item. Zemar, Casimir, Opara. Fastened to the chests are metal plaques etched with the names of Taldor's cities. Okay, so that exit definitely leads back up into the caves above us. Let's check out this tunnel first, and then maybe we'll try that exit. Oop, that's giant spiders. We're definitely not going to fight them until we've rememorized our restoration spells. Let's check out the exit instead. Now, based on our current positioning, this should bring us up right in the middle of the Cobalt Caves. We're definitely not going to take them all on right now, but we'll at least poke our head up, just to make sure we're in the right place. Oh. Okay, well, we're definitely in the right place. Alright, looks like we're just up against 3 kobolds. Let's go right for that alchemist there. We already know how dangerous those guys can be. Nice, the alchemist is already about to drop. Very nice. We actually got through that without taking any serious damage. Huh. What in the world is going on here? It sounds like there's still fighting going on, but there's clearly no enemies on our screen. It's telling me that death ponies are fighting giant spiders, but the death ponies are clearly right next to us. This is really weird. Whoa, hold on. What in the world is going on over here? Oh my goodness. Okay, let's regroup while the death ponies move in. Let's hang back and soften them up with a few ranged attacks first. Oh, and there's traps over there too, so now we definitely don't want to move into melee. Okay, let's get everyone set on ranged weapons, and we'll have Retcon queue up another summoning spell. We need to keep those spiders bottlenecked in the tunnel. Whoops. Okay, shields back up. Okay, there's just a couple of kobolds left, but there's no telling how deadly those traps might be. I think our best bet is to let the death ponies take the lead and set those traps off for us. Then we can follow right behind them and finish off the kobolds. Huh. Or the death ponies will ride right through the traps. I guess that works too. Okay, let's pull the party back and we'll ready our bows. That was definitely a weird fight, but at least it worked to our advantage. Let's toss out some healing, and then we can clear the room.
I'm listening.
Adventures call to them.
Yes.
Alright, now let's take care of those traps.
Just letting the ink dry. Anything is possible.
It is done.
Okay, well, we're definitely in the Cobalt Caves, and that door looks pretty promising. Since we're already past the 40-minute mark, we'll go ahead and pause things for now, but we'll pick up here next time as we start fighting our way towards Chief Suitscale. Of course, I think the big question here is what we're actually going to do with him once we find him. I was originally planning to try to renegotiate the truce between the Mites and the Kobolds, but at this point, I'm starting to have second thoughts about reuniting two evil tribes in what's supposed to eventually be my kingdom. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Should we be trying to rebuild this truce, or should we just wipe out one or both sides? I'll be sure to read all your suggestions, and we'll make our final decision in episode 11. But for now, this is RetconRaider, signing off. Thanks for watching. Oh, and remember, although I do love playing the Pathfinder Kingmaker beta, you can find out more about the game by visiting the official website, the official YouTube channel, or the original crowdfunding campaign over on Kickstarter. Links are in the description.